nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Welcome, everybody, to our June meeting for the...
May I interrupt for just a second to remind people to put the, I'm sorry, may I interrupt for a second to remind people to put the mic forward, please?
Thanks.
Thank you.
Elizabeth. Welcome to our meeting of the Village of Monroe Zoning Board of Appeals for June. Before we get properly started, I need to let everybody know that our attorney, Mark Blanchard, will not be with us tonight. He is dealing with an emergency. But he is available to us by phone if we should need him. And that has, in addition to keeping him from us tonight, also played some part in his getting the decision for 581 Route 17M to us a little later than ordinarily he would do. So that is with us tonight, and when we get to that point in the agenda, I'm going to ask everybody to just stop and have a look at it, and we're going to work through it that way in order that we can get something to Mr. Weinberg and his client. But having said that, our first order of business is the 15 Park case. For the benefit of those watching our video who have not watched before, I myself am recused from this case, so we're going to need someone else to lead the meeting. And I'd like to suggest that we have Elizabeth do that. Is everyone okay with that? Okay. So then I'm going to hand it over to you, Elizabeth, and I'll go take a seat and let you take us forward on the Park case.
Perfect, thank you.
Maybe for the benefit of those watching, when was the last time this was in front of us? Because this was a case that's been continued since, do you recall the last, was it February? Or January?
I don't honestly recall when we last...
It was definitely before February, or February or before.
I don't know about that, Dan.
Maybe not.
Our last submission was February 11th.
So it was February.
Right.
So it had to be in January when based upon...
Right, so it was right. So it is January then, okay.
Thank you. So I know it's been with us before us a long time, and fortunate when we have board members who weren't here at the beginning, but fortunately, thanks to recorded meetings, everybody's been able to keep up with what's happened so far. There has been a recent development. The property has been put up for sale, apparently. So I thought that the board should be made aware of that. And I don't know if the applicant would like to come forward and talk about that at all.
If I can approach?
Sure.
Of course.
Mitchell Mayer from Mr. Phillips, who's behind me. I mean, as we know, this matter has been in front of the board, I believe, since November of 2024. At that time, my client was looking for, along with the variances, the most crucial one was a 3,200 square foot, two-story residence. And at that time, after due diligence of many months, it was reduced down to 2,500. At the time, he was looking to build the home of his dreams. And he was looking to get married, looking to have his family move into the home, and we thought at that time a 2,500 square foot home would meet all his criteria. Maybe not the town's, who hasn't worked out because it was voted against 3-2. Then there was additional meeting. We were given basically, as we would say, a second bite at the apple. We reduced our footprint down to 1,750, which is approximately 212 feet over the bar that we have here for square footage. And at that time, I thought we were all close to being on board as to voting on that. In the meantime, There's been not a full board, and due to the fact that we had lost originally a 3-2 vote on the 2,500 square feet, I did not want to move forward without a full board hearing this, so we have a better chance than having a 4, even 3 members at the meeting voting on this. So we're here today. I'm ready to move forward with our application. We did have another drawings that were filed on, I think, February 11th of 2026, which included, based upon one of the board members' recommendations, a rear deck in the back. It didn't overall, the only thing that changed was the lot coverage. Right now, we have a non-conforming home on that property, which is, I believe, covers 33%, and we're requesting a 30% lot coverage. So that would be potentially something we would need a variance on, even though it's reducing what's on the lot today. Also, we're looking to, again, exceed the maximal allowable square footage, and that amount would be approximately 1,750. I believe that's 212 square feet over that amount. And also, would not need a variance, I don't believe, but it's looking for a 2-family home in that location. To address the client now placing the property up for sale, he's doing so because he, one, was not able to get what he had hoped for over this past almost 2 years. And it's a long time. He's gone through a lot of things. He was looking forward to moving into town here, had a long relationship with the area. Right now, because it's the key time to put a house on the market, he's looking to find out what this market will do if he wound up selling his home. So it's not guaranteed that he's going to move forward, but he has listed it, and he's looking to find out whether or not he's going to be able to at least recover what he had originally invested in the property. I think at this point we are looking to still move forward with this application. I think the grounds in which we are moving forward to still exist, and I'm ready for a full panel here to vote on that.
Does anybody have any questions? Comments?
So now, you said it's going to be a 2-family home or a 2-story?
2-story home. I'm sorry if I
I think you
misspoke.
misspoke. Yeah, I heard you say 2-family as well. I'm going, wait.
Nope, it wouldn't. That's
I figured it was, yeah.
2-story. Strike the record and place 2-story.
Has he received an offer on the house?
No, a sign was just placed out there, I think the last couple of days. So, again, he's exploring to see what his options are at this point.
So basically it's pending, sorry.
Go ahead.
Basically it's pending the board's decision whether or not the property is going to be sold. If he gets what he's looking for, he will not put it up for sale, or?
He's
Yeah,
right now, I think the decision one way or another is not going to affect what he's doing. He's just trying to find out now that it's been such a long process. And with that long process comes a lot of other things that happen in life, his health, death in the family, what does he want to do with his life at this point. And he's put such a heart and sweat onto getting the board here to approve different levels of square footage on this and other variances that we were looking for. And he still wants to complete that process, which will help him decide whether or not he does stay, does he, how it affects a potential sale, all those things.
So regardless of what decision comes here tonight, he's still not sure whether he wants to sell the property or not.
What he's telling me, he's just exploring
I got you.
exactly what that house would sell on the market, one way or another.
I have a clarifying question. So this is more for the board.
Oh.
If he were to get what he wants, and let's say we say yes, and he sells it.
That was my
Does
question.
that decision carry on to the new owner?
See, this is a question that I wanted to ask the
Does?
lawyer. Not necessarily, though. We actually have attached, and this is why I want to ask the lawyer about this before. We have,
Area variances.
right, so it's so the area variance to the property, okay. So I wasn't sure. So regardless, so this would be a feature he'd be selling with the property or using it himself. That's something we have to consider, because usually we consider the hardship that the person's going through, but we might be giving the next person relief for hardship that they may not even need, or.
But again, this decision's not been completed by my client, even though
I understand.
he's
He's
exploring the
exploring.
market. And two, this is not something that we've only been in front of the board for a short period of time. We've been attempting to get an increase in value, size of the property, and the variances that we need for that for a very long
I
time.
understand.
So,
I've also been, in Monroe, I'd be really surprised if any real estate dropped in value in Monroe, really, because it just seems to be going up and up, as our taxes show. Anybody else have any other questions or concerns?
Has he had the home appraised currently?
he hasn't had it appraised yet, besides, what the broker, which he has, put it on the list, has placed a price on the value of the home.
Based on comps, usually that's how brokers do it.
They'll use values. I don't know the value for that, but I don't know if it even has any bearing on this.
No, I was just wondering.
But I don't know, actually. My client would know about what's listed. I can ask him if you'd like me to.
So.
I don't have any questions, no, thank you.
Do we want to talk about the, so the only plans that were submitted to, were the site plans?
Right. And just for the record, this is what I have, that the maximum floor area permitted is 1,550 square feet and requested is about 1,750. The rear setback requirement is 35 feet, but the request is for 30 feet. The maximum lot coverage is 25% and the request is for 30%. I think those are the main points. 24% without a deck. Oh, sorry. And there I am talking about.
Only because you're
Everybody told
very
you.
soft-spoken. I don't think I need a mic.
At the end of the day, I think these plans and the square footage, Mr. Lineri, I believe, was the party who had placed that up as an idea a couple of really good months ago. It actually is, besides it being a two-story residence, is, I believe, less space used, side yards, impacts on neighbors, things like that.
Anybody have any other things they want to say, parts of discussion? I know we said a lot of things the last time we voted on this, so I don't know if there's anything else. Anybody wants to add?
I'm good.
Does anybody want to make a motion?
Well, do we want to go through the, I see.
Let's go through the 5 points.
Okay.
You want to do the 5 points? Sure.
So we go through the 5 points and then we do the, okay. So the first point for the board to consider is whether is an undesirable change, whether an undesirable change will be produced in the character of the neighborhood or detriment to nearby properties will be created by the granting of the area variance. Sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry.
I was actually
I'm
very
so
comfortable,
sorry.
but, I can grab a seat so you guys don't feel like I'm hovering over you.
Larry? You're welcome.
So my personal feeling is I've gone through this neighborhood and it's older and got that quaint look of smaller homes. I actually do think a bigger home doesn't really fit in with the neighborhood. That's just my personal feeling.
So from what I understand, there were a couple of big homes built there in the past.
Recent past.
Recent past, not like 50 years
There
ago.
was like a loophole and
And
then
then-
changed, yeah.
The loophole was filled as a result of
Correct.
those homes.
So they didn't want those being built.
Right.
And there was only like, two. I think it was, on that street, there was only, was one, and the other one was right behind it on the other street.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
So, is it fair to say that this application is making a slight attempt of reopening that loophole?
possibly, I mean,
Possi-
I see what you're saying, like, obviously, they changed the law to stop that type of housing, large housing from being built. And obviously they went through the process of, going through a master plan and stopping a moratorium and changing because they didn't want that type of housing on that. So it's, if we were interested to know what the rest of the town knows, obviously, a village knows, that's obviously what they changed the law to prevent, right?
Theoretically, yeah.
But, but it could be.
Those homes that are, those two homes are huge.
Mhm.
They're like 35. Going to
I
1,700
know.
is not gonna try to match those homes. It's not opening up a loophole. It's just a slightly bigger home.
And I believe that there are 2-story homes on the block also, which are, fit within the culture of that neighborhood.
So what do we think?
Okay, so
Yes
what,
or
so,
no?
okay, so let's,
for number one?
this is things that we have to think about in our criteria. So what's the next thing we have to think about?
So feasible alternatives, whether the benefits sought by the applicant can be achieved by some method feasible for the applicant to pursue other than an area variance.
He wants to build that big home there, that's what he has to go for. So, unless he wants to go to a different place. So that's the only alternative that he would have, is
Right.
not living there. And
He's already exploring his alternative,
okay,
like putting the home up for sale is exploring.
Yeah,
He's getting feelers for the value.
okay.
This application is one of the most vexing and perplexing that I've had while sitting here.
mhm,
I mean, we've been I've been very transparent on what number I would go to,
mhm.
and yet we still, whatever months we are into this process, we're still at a number that's not palatable to me,
Mhm.
because it's more than 10% over,
Mhm.
which is
Mhm.
setting yet another precedent.
That's a
It's
very
just
good
a head
point.
scratcher.
I think
Yeah.
you articulated it quite well the last time we voted on
Apparently
this.
not, because
That
they're still
10
going
would-
through it.
10 would be the maximum that
Yeah,
would be
which comes to
acceptable.
1705.
Ah,
Yeah, so,
That's where I'm at.
mhm.
no,
You can go through the
I
list.
actually agree with you on that respect, because
Mhm.
to me, it's like, okay, we all agreed on it, that 10 would be the maximum we'd be willing to
I
consider,
think so.
but,
We could play the tape, but.
no, I know, I agreed with you, and everybody agreed with you, that 10 would be the maximum we consider, and then come back with more than 10, so,
Right.
maybe you didn't speak loud enough, I don't
I don't know, I never had that problem in my life,
know. Me
I
neither,
guess.
Italian thing,
Exactly. 100% Italian.
me too.
I wear it on my sleeve.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
No, that's right.
We
All right,
read-
fourth consideration?
So the fourth, yeah,
Let's see, I think that is the third one we're up to, are we not? Whether they
oh, no, yeah, we're
requested,
about to this third one, yes.
whether the requested area variance is substantial.
Yeah.
And I think,
Well, it
honestly,
depends on which one. The first
well,
one
that's
was
exactly it,
very,
there's
the second one was
multiple
kinda,
ones, yeah.
The third one is close but a miss,
Mhm,
and the fourth will
Right.
be on the number.
right.
Okay.
Adverse effects, whether the proposed variance will have an adverse effect or impact on the physical or environmental conditions in the neighborhood or district.
I-
Physical or environmental?
Very similar to the first one.
Yeah,
It's gonna compound the issue that created this whole.
Right, I
thing in
mean,
the first place.
Well, the first one's more like a character, and this one's
I was
more
about to say,
physical.
that's the only impact I believe.
That-
I don't
I
think there's
would-
gonna be an environmental
agree with
impact
you.
on the neighborhood.
I don't think
believe
so.
It's gonna cause, well, actually, more, a bigger building, more, I don't know. I would say that one of the things you could consider is, if there's gonna be more traffic there because of more people.
Mm,
I doubt it's gonna be
Right.
significantly more
Right.
people going there to cause such
Mm.
an impact,
Right.
so I'd say that part, no,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
I agree with you, no. And then the last factor
If-
to consider is the self-created difficulties, whether the alleged difficulty necessitating the variance was self-created. While relevant to the board's decision, self-creation does not automatically preclude the granting of the area variance.
It's just one thing to consider.
Right. And this is self-created, as so many of the cases are. That's
Yeah, I'm
one of the
back-
most common ones.
Pretty much, I don't think any case has been in front of us that's not self-created, actually, that's the whole criteria,
Right.
you know.
So I think that we're,
All right, that's things.
correct me if I'm wrong, I think with number one, the undesirable change, I think we agree there will be. Is
Well,
that the feeling of the
I
board?
think, at this point, these are just, well, I was gonna say, these are things we have to go through and consider.
Okay.
So I think now that we
Okay.
know what to consider,
Mhm.
we should probably take a vote and a motion should be made.
Oh,
'Cause
you don't
Otherwise,
want to,
essentially, if we're going through it right now, one by one, we'd be taking a vote. You know, right, wouldn't you agree?
well, I think usually when they do the,
Okay.
record the vote, they specify, do they specifically address each issue?
We can,
You
you don't have to.
Have done, and I think that might be the way to do it.
Okay.
Members for each
Okay.
test.
All right,
So
so,
does
yeah.
the board agree with number one, that the, an undesirable change would be produced in the character of the neighborhood or detriment to nearby properties will be created by the granting of the area variance?
I feel.
I do too, actually.
Think so.
So we agree that one. And the feasible alternatives, whether the benefits sought by the applicant can be achieved by some method feasible for the applicant to pursue other than an area variance? A smaller home?
Yeah,
It could,
One.
Yeah, or so you would buy 2 lots and divide them.
buy a different home in a different area, but
but to do what he wants to on this
Divide
lot,
lot
then
space.
really, to get that size, I mean, unless he goes for just only a 10% increase like we were suggesting, but it wasn't
do you have any thoughts?
enough.
No? So do we think that the applicant has, that the feasible alternatives?
Yeah, I'd say so, because Jim, we discussed what would be considered acceptable, so.
And whether the requested area variance, I should say variances, are substantial? I would say yes.
Yeah, we just talked about that.
Yeah.
One is definitely substantial, more than the others, but they're all the same.
And then whether the proposed variances will have an adverse effect or impact on the physical or environmental conditions in the neighborhood or district, I would say no to that.
Definitely not.
And then self-created, I would say
course.
yes. So we have 4 out of the 5 where we don't think we are in favor of it.
Okay, so
So
does
do we
anybody
have,
want to make a motion for this, or do you want me to?
Motion to take a vote?
Yeah, you put a motion for it, motion for it, motion against it, motion for something, I don't
Put a
know.
motion forward that we take a vote on this.
Okay, so it'd be, you would have to, you would put it like this, say, put a motion to, approve
or deny?
or deny. So I
Put a
put,
motion forward to approve or deny.
no, we're giving you the choice, you gotta pick one.
Because the
Oh,
motion to
would
deny.
you like, do you think you wanna deny it? So I put a motion before everybody to deny it, and then we take a vote on that, take a motion to approve.
I see what you're saying.
Okay.
All right. So I take a motion, I put a motion forward to deny the variance.
Do we have a second?
I'll second that.
I knew it.
And all in favor? Aye. And nobody against, so the record, nobody opposed, so it's unanimous decision. And that brings that to an end.
Okay. So that's it.
I want to thank you for your time and your review. I feel like you guys are a family coming here, once a month for as long as we have.
I forgot to bring the wine to
Sorry,
drink
I
today.
don't agree with your vote, and I think that my client's ability to build even the size home that we finally got down to was extremely reasonable, very nominal as to what a percentage of increase would be. The actual lot, there was almost no changes to that. So if anything, was improving the neighborhood by bringing a newer home in there, having a 2-story home. Again, there are other 2-story homes in that neighborhood. So again, I'll leave it to my client whether he wants to appeal this decision. But I do thank you for your time.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you, sir.
What's his last name?
Okay. Our second item of business will be our decision on 581 Route 17M. I think everybody has a copy of the decision in front of them, and I'm gonna, great, thank you. Oh, Larry, do you have the decision over there? I think, oh, this one is for you. So I'd like everybody to have a look at it, and we're just gonna take a few minutes to look through it and see if there's any amendments required, and see if we can accept it either as it is or with amendments, or if you have concerns, then please voice them. But let's just take it's a little unusual, but we're just going to take a few minutes to look through it right here and now.
store to the rear? What? That's a clothing store behind it? I remember talking about that. I just knew there was something behind there. Huh.
Now I'm seeing it. Clothing store.
I don't remember that. I used to be a mechanic back there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was a service part for Raleigh Auto. Before that, it was the service station for Orange and Rockland vehicles years ago. So it was always a place to work on cars. Now it's a clothing store, I guess.
Okay, we're working down there.
I was the slowest in my speed reading class, which I think is still pretty good for most.
I have a question. In the first paragraph, it says, this isn't important, I'm just curious, the proposed action that has triggered the instant application. I've never,
Where are we?
what does that mean?
Second sentence?
The second sentence.
Okay. The proposed action.
The term instant application?
Instance, I think it should have been instance
That's what I'm thinking.
of the application, yeah. Of the instance
Well,
of this application.
I think we could just remove the word instant and
Yeah, there you go.
trigger the application.
Yes,
but
that's
it
easier.
Would be sufficient.
Yeah, it don't need to
So-
be instance.
I think maybe we should make that amendment.
And then a bit further down, maybe 4 or 5 lines, due to the configuration of the new plan, traffic circulation throughout the newly constructed site to accommodate increased buffering and wider drive aisles, along with the necessity of having access to the dumpster. Should we put 2 in there, access to the dumpster?
Yeah.
No?
Yes.
Oh, yes,
I
okay.
agree.
Oh, and at the very beginning, this application of BSD YNU Realty applicant comes before the Village of Monroe Zoning Board of Appeals as a request for an area variance, I would say.
Agreed.
And one-
So has everybody gotten through it? Are we ready to?
Okay, can I
She's got
just
one
say
last one.
One of the
Last page.
little picayune
Yep.
thing at the very end,
Uh-huh.
in the conclusion, where it says, on the 3rd line, subject to the applicant's obtaining site plan approval, would that be, like, they refer to the applicant as singular, so would that be applicant apostrophe S?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Okay. So just, for me, just those
Yep.
4
I
very small
agree.
changes.
Did anybody have anything else that you'd like to see changed here?
Good to me.
I became French again.
What?
The name's spelled wrong again.
Oh,
Excellent. Well, Jim,
Whatever that is, I don't know.
Why? It's time to just get on board here.
That's it, you gotta grow a
Oh, I didn't even notice that, sorry.
I'll tell you, what is that, a little beanie there?
Beret. You gotta get the beret. And just start insulting people.
Oh,
Just start
Well-
insulting people and acting like you're better than them.
And
Then you'll be fine.
Larry, you are Larry Hearn.
Yeah, I'm only one person.
Okay.
Singular.
All right, good. So we've got that straightened out. Now, the clothing store matter that you guys remarked on.
No, I
I mean, I don't recall.
how do we know it's a clothing store?
I don't recall that either. I think we should simply say that we'd have a bank parking lot on the side and a parking lot
Of a
to
commercial
the
building behind
and
it.
a commercial parking lot, yeah, to the
I don't
rear.
remember them saying it.
Yeah, I don't remember clothing store
Yeah,
either, so
and a
just
parking lot
to a commercial,
to a commercial building. Yeah,
to its rear, yeah.
yeah.
Clothing store to commercial building.
I don't doubt that Mark is right about that, but I just
We did
didn't-
discuss it,
Did not. Yeah, I don't think we did.
so keep it to what we discussed, yeah. I still wanna believe I can get my car fixed there. I'm just kidding.
Okay. Did anybody see anything else that we want to correct? Okay. Then.
I make a motion that we approve the minutes, approve the decision with the grammatical corrections that Elizabeth proposed and the substitution that John proposed for commercial building.
And changes of
Name
member
corrections.
names.
Oh, yes, and the members' names be corrected.
All right. Do we have a second for that?
I'll second that.
Okay. All in favor?
I,
Okay.
Oh, I should have had them leave John's name French, Jim's name French.
John, I didn't see you vote. Did you vote? Are we
Are
all?
you abstaining, or?
I don't think I initially voted on this.
Okay.
So you're abstaining?
So you're
because you weren't
abstaining.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
believe you
fine.
are allowed to vote on
there. You are
minutes, so-
allowed, but we
yeah.
just, out of, what's it called, out of,
Protocol.
yeah, it's, not protocol, it's, tradition, there we go.
Mm.
Traditionally, if we're not
Well-
there, we usually don't, unless it's a deciding factor, it's, you know.
So, Ellen, we should have all of us, but John voting in favor, and now Larry would not be voting on this one because he'd be an alternate in this at the moment, not for Park, but for this particular vote, I think. So it would
Passed
be,
with 2 abstains and,
Three.
4,
Aye.
right?
Yeah.
So it doesn't,
Yeah.
so 4, it's still gonna pass.
yeah. So, okay, that's the decision. Thanks, everybody. Minutes for April 14th. Those are also in front of you. I hope everybody's, this has been with us a little longer, and I hope everybody's had a chance to scrutinize this already. Did anybody have any corrections? Jim, I see that your name is in good order in this one.
Already
And
corrected,
and
so-
Larry is in the singular as well, so.
Everything's working smoothly now.
So, this one, Eleanor, looks a little better that way. Anything else in here that anybody wanted to see changed?
Oh, this looks good to me, too.
Yep.
Just as I remember it.
Okay. Then, do we have a motion?
Oh, fine, I'll make another motion to approve the minutes as is for April 14th, 2026.
Thank you, Dan. Do we have a second?
I'll second it.
Thank you, Jim. All in favor?
I,
Okay. So, did we have everybody in
Yeah, it
favor?
was all in favor, it was all. Oh, wasn't he there, so he can vote? He was there.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's, well, I think at the moment,
Oh, except for John, if he wants to abstain, he can, but he voted.
I wasn't there.
okay.
So he can abstain.
So I think John is abstaining. I think, then did we get the same vote as before? So John is abstaining. I think, is Larry in the capacity of an alternate now, not voting? Is that what we're doing here? And then the rest of us are voting in favor? Is that what
Yeah,
you're
Yes.
either way we can do that.
Okay. All right. So, that's our April minutes. Then, old business, we have 546 Route 17M is still on our agenda here. Elena is working with them to come and collect their application. They have chosen to withdraw.
Does that mean withdraw from this consideration for this month or totally withdraw?
No, they have withdrawn the application
Completely.
entirely.
So
Yes.
it's completely withdrawn, okay.
That's right. So they're going to come and pick up their materials. And I believe we are still waiting to hear anything about 59 Gilbert Street. Yeah, that we expected that to
Remind me.
first go to the building department.
Oh, no, I know what it is. A fire suppression place, yes.
And then we haven't heard from them since, so I think we're just going to hold that one open. Okay. Then, Elena, any new business? I don't see anything mentioned here, but just to ask. And yeah, I have made a note that we need a nameplate for Larry, so maybe we will get that accomplished before our next meeting. And yeah, I think that's.
Motion to adjourn?
I think we're ready for you now, Dan.
Motion to adjourn.
I'll second that.
There you go.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. What is this?
Hmm?